Hi there, it's Paula Ritchie, and we're going to be doing a 1 hour power class today. And we're going to be focusing a lot on core, on arm muscles, and also some stuff for your hips and legs. So let's have some fun. Be with you in a minute. Okay, so the playlist is 1 hour power 4. And the first song is Gathering on 57th Street. And we'll start on our backs today because it's just so much fun. So let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you can press your start button. Okay. And have your blocks nearby. For those that were with me yesterday, we did this yesterday too. Such a good way of kind of going a little deeper on your abdominal work with a little extra containment. So we're going to take one block. We're going to press it onto the back of the thigh, and then the heel will keep it in place like so. And then I want you to open up the hip a little bit. So don't draw the leg in so much. Feel as if there's a pressure pressing the thigh away. And we'll actually have a little pressure there because we're going to take another block at the thigh, and the elbow is going to press into it. Then we're going to take the right arm and right leg like so. So keep looking up towards the sky, keep the back nice and long. We're going to inhale, and then open the arm and leg up away from each other. And as we exhale, we'll draw them towards each other. And if they can touch, they should, because it creates a little extra kind of draw in. Inhale, sweep away. And exhale, squeeze 2. 3. 4. And here's our 5th. Beautiful. From here, we're going to add to it. So you don't have to. You can say that's enough. I'm going to stretch out and then lift the foot up. See if you can touch the foot. Inhale, arm and leg back away. Exhale, squeeze the knee and elbow together. Beautiful. So that's 1. We're doing 4 more. Open, touch, drop back down, and in. 2. 3. Challenging, huh? 4. And last one. Beautiful. Let's hold up here. And just pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. We're going to take the leg back down. We're going to take the hand to the back of the ear. And just adding a little oblique, taking that right elbow, touch the block. Open up. 2. You can also stretch that right leg straight or keep it off the floor. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Release the blocks. Don't you want to kind of just fling them? But we're not going to fling them. We're just going to place them down. Stretch yourself. Give yourself a nice little wiggle back and forth. We'll move to the second side now, taking the block, placing the block, the back of the thigh, pressing the heel into to keep it there, and then reaching that knee a little farther away. Taking the second block, pressing it into the thigh, into the elbow together, connected. Left arm, left leg, we're going to stretch away as we inhale. And as we exhale, we squeeze them in, maybe they touch. 4 more. Here's 2. And here's 1. Beautiful. Staying like that, we're moving on. Stretch the legs straight. Touch. Back down. Squeeze in. 2. Here's our last one. Oops, my mistake. We're gonna leave that leg up. Hold here. Squeeze, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Release the leg back down, either plant it to the floor, reach it forward. Just moving into the side body by taking the left elbow all the way over to that block. 1. Keep squeezing elbow and knee. Lift up a little. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good stuff. Release. Again, resist the urge of just flinging the blocks because it's hard work. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Beautiful. We're going to roll ourselves over onto our side and just roll ourselves up, coming up to standing for today. We're going to do a little balancing work up here, kind of similar to what we just did lying down. So find a comfortable standing position. Make sure that there's space behind you because we're going to eventually add that. But we're just going to press down through the both legs and lift the right leg up. Take the right elbow to the right knee and down. Left elbow, left knee, and down. Let's try right elbow, left knee. Okay, right to right, left to left, right to left, left to right. Right, left, cross, and cross. 2 more. Goes well with this music. Beautiful. Now we're going to go cross. Oops. Sorry. Cross, back, cross, down. Cross, back, cross, down. 1, back, 1, down. Oops. We're doing 2 more sets. Half of the fun of this is keeping your balance. One last one. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Right arm up. 5 times I'm going to try to touch the knee to the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. And come back down. This time you can do the same thing or you can try to kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross, second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Take your legs a little wide, we'll come into a bit of a squat. Just start to move around a little bit here. Notice if you moved at all into those glutes, and as you move here back and forth, think of it as a stretch. And then we're going to start to press the legs or feel the legs drawing towards each other. We're going to stand up and be mindful. We don't want to stick our butts back. We want the sacrum to be kind of level, parallel, front and back parallel to each other, not on a diagonal. And then the knees are moving out over those feet. Now pull the legs towards each other. Let's take the arms out. In a bend, draw the arms together, open up, and reach. 2, together, open up, and reach. 3. Out, bend, together, open, and reach. One more. Now we're going to stretch straight, take a little break, and come back into it. Do a different kind of movement. So we're going to stretch our arms straight this time, draw them together, up, pull down, open, together, up, and down. 3, together, open, and down. Open and pull. This is our last one. Oops, together, open, and pull. Beautiful. Stretch everything straight again. Give yourself a little rock out. You're going to turn the heel or the toes forward and start to fold down. Kind of halfway down the mat. Take your arms to the floor. Let the back of the neck get long. Just kind of wiggle yourself out. Just start to walk our hands forward on our mats. We're in a wide kind of angle forward, wide plank. Legs are wide. Exhale, we're going to crawl ourselves back and into a forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward. And if you want here, you can add chaturanga. And then back. And hold. 3. Keep pressing out with the heels as you come into this plank pose. You can stay there. You can add a chaturanga or a push-up. 2 more. Being very mindful of how your arms are working. This is building strength in the body. And then pull. Let's come into our last one. We're going to hold here in our plank pose. Melt the heart, feel the collarbones wide. You can stay just like this, or you can take your right hand to your left shoulder and back down. Left hand to right shoulder and down. Second set. We'll do one more set. Hold. So the heat should be building. And then we'll crawl ourselves back. And stay in your forward fold. Let the head get long. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. Pull the legs towards each other. You're going to take the hands to the hips. Come up flat back. And then from the back of the heart, feel yourself being pulled back up to standing. And then let's just hinge or walk our feet together, hop our feet together, coming to the front of the mat. Let's move into some sun salutations. And remember in your sun salutations to do the vinyasa that works for you, not the one that I, I'll give you some variations, but take a moment, just find your mountain pose. Take your hands to your hips, feel the weight of your body kind of settle, root into the floor a little bit, and from that, as you lengthen up through the crown of the head, feel a little engagement through the core. We'll take the arms up over the head, palms together. Exhale, let's fold forward. Hands to the shins, lengthen into a flat back. Take the legs with you as you plant the hands to the floor and walk your legs back. So left, then right if you want. Holding your plank for an inhale. Start to lean the body a little forward. Press the heels back and we'll slowly come down on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and touch down to the floor. Take the arms wider forward. Loop the shoulders. And literally feel as if you're peeling yourself off the mat. As you get to your highest, feel the collarbones widen, reach the heart a little forward. Readjust so that the neck feels really right on top of the spine. So it's just finishing off the line that the spine has made. And then pull the hands back and lengthen yourself a little forward and down, or down and forward. So you're a little farther forward on your mat, let the head touch. Slide the hands back, press hands and knees or hands and toes into the floor. You're up into tabletop or into downward facing dog. As you rock yourself back a little bit through cat and cow or upward dog down. All right, so if you're in downward dog, you're going to slowly make your way back down into plank pose, and if you're in tabletop position, you're going to start to lift the knees off the floor a little bit, and if you're in plank, you can start to drop the knees, so we both end up in this toes and hands supported tabletop position. Hold here. You can either hold here, or you can try to move in this, keeping the knees just a little bit off the floor and walk around a little bit. Part of this whole movement phase. And you'll notice the work that it takes to keep the knees just a little bit off the floor. Love that. All right, from here, stretch up, downward facing dog. You may have noticed just a bit of a heat surge. If that's the case, so take a nice big inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Take an inhale through the mouth like a sipping, like either with your tongue rolled up or just through the mouth with a kiss. So you get a little coolness into the back of the throat. One last breath. As we exhale, bend the knees, look forward, make your way back to the front. And fold. Come into a flat back. Lengthen a little bit more forward, let the back of the neck be long. Feel your feet really connect into the floor. You can even take your hand onto your feet for a little bit more of that, physical assurance. And then inhale, root down to rise up, arms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. Heart up into the hands as you inhale. Keep the heart lifted. Release your hands. And if you are hot, it's time to start to take off some of the extra layers. All right, inhale, lift up, palms together. We're looking up. As we exhale, we'll fold forward. Hands to the shins as we come into our flat back. Hands to the floor. With that length, we'll walk our right leg back and then our left leg back. Lengthen from heel to head. This time let's play a little bit with our arms. So we're gonna drop the right forearm to the floor, then the left forearm to the floor. Bring the right hand back and the left hand. Do that other way. Left, then left. Right, then right. Let's do that 2 more times. And one last set. Beautiful. And then come forward, slowly lower to chaturanga hold, and then pull yourself through upward facing dog. Bend your elbows a little bit, re-loop the shoulders, press into the feet and reach the heart a little bit farther forward, and then rolling on your toes, downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale, and a big, huge exhale through the mouth, maybe even vocally. More. Let's lift the heels up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, make your way back to the front. And fold. Coming into your flat back, lengthening. And then maybe notice if you're any farther forward, pressing into the mat, and lift all the way up, arms overhead. And hands to the heart. Heart up into the hands as you inhale, keep the heart lifted, release your hands. One last one. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the shins, lengthen. Keep that leg, bend your knees, plant your hands if it works as the elbows bend, let's shoot the legs back, chaturanga. Inhale up through upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Do that again, come forward, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up through upward dog. Let's come through chaturanga again. Push the floor away from you, lift up, downward dog. Take that right leg, we're gonna lift it up and back behind us. And then reach the fingers and the toes away from one another, get really long. We're gonna open up that right hip to the right, and then spin it back down, take it forward into a hanging plank. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Open that right leg up to the right. Spin it back to neutral. Hanging plank. One last time. Up. Open. Spin back. Hanging plank. Let's move from hanging plank into a lunge. We'll take that right leg forward. And we'll lift up into a lunge. Spin around, face you. Pull the legs towards each other. Notice if that right hip is swinging out to the right. And lengthen it downward and then bend that front knee a little bit more. Drop the shoulders, lift the heart. Beautiful. Let's touch that left hand down, taking that right arm back behind you. Try to keep the hips level. We're going to sweep that right arm back under and lift back up. Beautiful. Again, right arm comes back, left arm comes down. You can even look up at that right hand and then exhale, sweep it back. Woo! One last time. Back down and out. And then let's bring it all the way back forward and we'll just leave this pose. Come up. Both hands to the floor, move your way through vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Even deeper, more relaxing exhale. Let's take that left leg, lift it up and back behind. I'm gonna open up that left hip to the left. Inner thigh is gonna spin back to neutral. We're coming forward, hanging plank. Up and back. Open that hip. Spin it back down. Coming forward, hanging plank. Last time. Up. Open to the left. Back through neutral. Lunge pose. Hold your lunge. Or hold your hanging plank, and then bring that foot forward into your lunge. We'll make our way up. All right, so coming down here, we reach the left arm back, take the right arm forward, kind of spin yourself to that back arm. That should open up a lot of stretch through that left buttocks, and then sweep yourself all the way back up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, sweep up. Last one, down. Sweep back up. And then your vinyasa. For those coming up into upward facing dog, if you want to come back through your chaturanga and then push up, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lift the heels up nice and high, bend the knees, look forward, make your way back to the front. And fold. Coming into your flat back. And fold again, maybe a little lower. Feel your feet connect into the floor. We're going to make our way all the way up, arms overhead. And then hands are gonna slide down back to the heart. Okay, so we're gonna do another set. This time we're gonna add the kick. So right arm comes forward, we're gonna kick the right leg up. And then we're gonna take that leg all the way back behind to the left. Side stretch. Try to lengthen through the right side from fingers to back heel. Inhale up, kick, and down. 3. Remember, you can do this with the knees bent. 4. And 5. Beautiful. And then just back, standing still. Excellent. Second leg. Left arm lifts up. Remember, you can use your knee. We're going to kick it up and take it all the way back. Big stretch. Inhale, come up. Oops. And back. 3. 4. And up. Right back. And then just come back through center. Take a moment. So you can't see my heels. I'm just going to lower this a little bit. So you can see my heels as we do a little work. Oops, that's probably too much. Coming through ankles. So I'm going to hold on to a wall here. I'm going to lift my heels up, toes and ankles together. Exhale, come almost all the way down. And up. And down. So you can try to do this without your hands on the wall. Try to keep those ankles together. Imagine someone's lifting you up through the crown of the head and is lowering you back down. One more time like that. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, lift up. Squeeze the knees together, pull the shins back, and see if we can make our way into Uttanasana on our ankle, on our tip toes. Maybe bring the palms together, reach the fingers and the tailbone away. Lift up the heels as high as you can, and then make our way all the way back up to standing. And then keeping the knees, toes, and ankles together, fold forward, coming into a forward fold. Once your hands touch the floor, you can drop the heels to the mat and fold. Come into a flat back, inhale, and then let's make our way through a vinyasa. I'm gonna flip again, you don't have to. And again, if you're getting tired of vinyasas, just stop doing them, do something different. Take your right leg forward, we're gonna inhale, come up into a lunge. And since we're doing all this kicking, let's add another step of kicking. We're going to come forward, left knee comes up, stretch that leg out, and then hand and foot comes back as we make our way back into a lunge. Do that 2 more times, exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, inner thigh sweep back as the leg comes forward, and then back. Sweep up. One last time, squeeze. Up and back, nice. We'll come up through a lunge, open up warrior 2. We're going to take our right arm all the way up and back, coming through a little exalted warrior, but with a bind. Lift that heart up and away. If this kind of pulls in that rib a little bit, then, just make your way into a normal, whatever you want. Like this one, it's a good stretch for me. As we exhale, we're going to take our right elbow or right shoulder to that right knee. Left arm either up or over your head, reaching away from that back foot. Pull the legs towards each other, make your way back up. Unplug that back heel, you're in a lunge. And again, we'll take that left arm down as we come into a twist, where you can either stay with the regular twist or roll to the outsides of both feet, coming into a little bit more of a funky twist, getting a little deeper into those hips. Squeeze the legs towards each other. One last breath with the hips up high, and take that hand back down, and we'll move through a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. All right. Second leg, we'll take that left leg forward. Inhale, we're coming up into a lunge. I'll face you. As we exhale, we put the weight into our left leg, lift that right leg up. Inner thigh splits back as we stretch that leg forward. And then hands come back, head goes forward, foot comes into a lunge, we lift up. 1, 2, and last one, squeeze in, inner thighs back, stretch the leg forward, and then all the way back, nice work. Sweep up through your lunge, we'll open up warrior 2. Trying to level off the hips here. So notice your front hip is not hanging on that front leg. We really do want to try to create as much of a right angle through that front leg, and then pull them toward each other. We'll take the arms up. And let's add ourselves into a little exalted warrior, either arm up over the head, or whatever makes sense to you. Come back through warrior 2, and then moving into Parsa, either elbow to knee or shoulder to knee. Right arm either up in the air or reaching away from that back foot. Now, put the weight back into your legs as you lift yourself up. And unplug that back heel, we're back in a high lunge. And we're making our way into that twist. Right hand down, left arm up, maybe rolling onto the outside of both feet. Maybe pulling the legs towards each other to stack the hips more. Maybe starting to lift up the hips a little bit more for an even deeper stretch. 2 more deep breaths. Excellent, coming back down. And through a vinyasa. Again, if you're tired of vinyasa, the downward dog will work, as will child's pose. Take a nice big inhale. Big exhale through the mouth. One more like that. We'll lift the heels up nice and high as we inhale, exhale, bend the knees, make your way back to the front. Toes together, heels together, fold. Bend your knees, sweep up, Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, Uttanasana. We'll do one more set of Sunbeam. Bend your knees, sweep up through Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to shins as we lengthen into a flat back. Hands to the floor, shoot the legs back as you make your way into Chaturanga. Roll yourself through your upward dog. Maybe add that extra push-up, downward facing dog. Do our left leg now. We'll take that left leg up and back. And we'll sweep it all the way forward towards the thumb. We'll roll all the way up and into warrior 2. Let's take the hands back behind us. And with the left thumb on top, it's going to spin us a little bit forward. We're going to fold, hold the legs towards each other. Let the back of the neck get long. Feel the left hip draw back towards the right heel. Beautiful. We're going to lengthen our head farther away so the back is nice and straight. Now we're going to take the hands to the floor. Pull the legs towards each other and reach. We're going to start to straighten that front leg and spin ourselves to the back foot. Turning the back toes out, turning the front toes out, coming into Skandasana. So your front leg can either be toes facing down or up. Your hands can stay on the floor. Your hands can stay up. You can lift your arms up over your head, pulling the legs towards each other, trying to maintain some straight spine. Beautiful. Hands back down, back to the front. Downward facing dog. See if you can drop the forearms to the mat equally. Take a look at your forearms. Your forearms should be at train tracks, that straight. Now press the forearms down, lift the hips up and back in the upper arms draw back, hold this dolphin pose. We're going to come forward and back. Now forward and back. Last one, forward and back. Now again, if you can take your hands off the floor at the same time, great. If not, be mindful of one hand and the other. Don't just rely on your, luck for that one. You want to really be mindful of how the arms are going to come out of that position. Take the right leg up now and back. Sweep it forward. Inhale, we're coming up and into warrior two. We're going to take the hands back behind us. Left thumb is going to come on top now. The right thumb is going to come on top. The one that just makes the right thumb. So the opposite of what you just did, I believe that's the right that's pulled forward. Right buttocks thrown back of the neck along, pulling the legs towards each other, arms can lift up. We're going to release the hands to the floor. Come into a flat back. We'll turn that front foot out to the left side of the mat. Turn the right. Sorry, you know what I'm talking about. Coming into Skandasana. Sometimes it's best just not to say anything and give the pose. That's what happens when you start getting tired. Beautiful. Hands come down again. Crawl yourself back. Downward facing dog. We're going to see if we can hop our feet to the front of the mat. And fold. Bend your knees. Come into Utkatasana. You know we're going to just keep going down, down, down until we sit. And we'll lift those legs up. Now you can bend the knees. Try to release your hands if you can, if that works for you, as long as the low back didn't just slump. Feel the heart being drawn up towards the sky. Maybe start to lean the body back. Hold on to your shoulders. Lean the head, the shoulders and toes away from each other. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And rest. Take a moment. Okay. We're going to bend our back knee, whatever that back knee happens to be. We're going to roll ourselves over so we can see each other. You can even come up onto your bottom arm. Okay, a little inner thigh work now. We're going to lift that front foot off the floor a little bit and then press the heel a little farther away. So think of, again, a Barbie foot. And then think of the heel also kind of lifting up a little higher than the toes, which should really, you can start to feel that engagement through the inner thigh. Yeah, perfect. And now we're going to lift that leg up. Now you can take your top arm onto the knee. Lift. 3, 4, and 5. Hold it up. And then make this your base point. Reach the foot away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold up. Then we're going to draw that knee in. And then we're going to push that foot forward. I'm going to lift it up and down. Draw it in. Push it out. Lift and down. 3, 4. Really engage through that foot and try to imagine that your leg is trying to get longer. And that feeling that you're having in that inner thigh is growing pains. All right, so we're going to roll over onto our backs now. Keep that front leg off the floor, arms nice and wide. We're going to take that leg up and back down. And up. You can straighten that bottom leg if you want, and down. I like to keep it bent. It gives me a little bit more mobility. 3, 4, And then 5, hold it out here. And maybe if you're crazy like I am, little pulses, heel lifting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll draw that knee in. Ooh, and we'll stretch the other leg straight. And as you rock that knee from shoulder to shoulder, it should be the feeling of releasing whatever you have just put in there is now just funneling out. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna roll ourselves to the second side. Also be mindful here, you don't want to sink that, that's just going to create some nastiness, so keep that arm nice and strong. Keep yourself lifted here. Set yourself up, top hand can be on the top knee, or you can rest it on the floor like I like to do. Reaching the heel a little up, toes slightly down, and out through the leg as if as you reach the way the leg gets long, you can already feel that work. Lift up and down. Up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did we do 2 sets of this or just 1? We'll lift up now. Now, starting in here, this is your bottom line or your baseline. We're lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Bend that knee in, and then stretch it away from you on a straight line. Beautiful. Up, and back down. In, out, up, and down. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Excellent. So we're going to now slide ourselves down. Come on to our backs. Keep the toes pointing out. Take that leg out to the right, 1, or out to the side and back. Arms can be out 2. 3, 4, and 5. Hold it out here, or again, little pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We'll draw that knee in. And draw both knees to the chest. Excellent. Just rock a little bit from side to side. We're going to make our way into bridge pose. So luckily we've already done our abdominal work, so we don't have to do more of that. But as we kind of pull them out apart with our hands, you can feel the stretch through the muscles, the abdominal muscles. And then as you press the feet into the floor and start to lift the outer hips up, reach the knees away from the heart. Just keep the head looking up towards the ceiling so the neck is not on the floor. Stretch the belly. Beautiful. We're going to come back down, but we're not going to let our butt touch the floor. We're going to inch our feet a little wider. We're going to squeeze the knees into one another. So here, feel the muscles of your glute kind of around the outer edges of your butt, just squeezing in. And then open the legs up and roll to the outside of the feet and drop the hips towards the floor. Not all the way, just hold them up off the mat. Inhale, come back up, squeeze the knees together. Keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And then open the legs up and drop the hips down. Inhale up and squeeze. And then open and lower. 2 more. And our last one. Well, that went really fast. didn't it? Okay, so let's just switch it up now. So we're going to come forward, draw the knees together, open up, pull the heels back toward your butt, drop the hips down, lift back up, bring the knees together, squeeze. Open up, roll onto the outside of the feet, pull them together, start to lower the hips. Inhale back up, and in, squeeze the knees. Open up, and coming down. Do 2 more sets, squeeze, open up, and down, back up, and squeeze, down, and let's hold here, feeling the work of the bottom, all that interesting sensation. Fire in the hold. Feel the glutes on fire, feel maybe even the legs a little bit on fire. And then we're going to lift up. We're going to inch our feet back to neutral and start to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a moment, let's add our arms now. So we're going to roll ourselves up, arms overhead, rolling into a bridge pose. Make sure again here that the neck is off the floor, and then exhale, roll back down. Inhale, roll up. And exhale down. So you can just continue to do this. If you want to add more, as you lift the arms and the hips up, take the right leg up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Left leg. Right. And left. One last set. Beautiful. And now let's just take that right leg into the chest. And as you draw it in, feel the stretch through the glutes, through the back of the leg. Maybe start to stretch that right leg straight, left leg straight. And you can stay here, or you can start to stretch the right leg straight, holding onto the back of the leg and just reaching that right leg up towards the sky. Point the heel towards the ceiling, toes towards the face, and then switch. Toes up, heel down. Heel up, toes down. And switch one last time. Beautiful, let's draw that knee in. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Okay, we're going to roll that leg all the way over to the outside of the left leg. And take that left leg up. So again, you can lie down here if you want. You can make your way up a little higher. And you're also just reaching that leg away, making it a little tall or a little longer. Lift it up a little higher. Lift it up a little higher than that. Excellent. We'll release that back down to the floor. We're going to crawl ourselves up. We'll make sure that the bottom shoulder is in the shoulder girdle. We're going to keep reaching and keep the heel lined up with the hip and just reach that top arm towards the heel. Great side stretch. Feel that in the side waist. So we're going to press the hand into that thigh or into that knee, top knee. Lift the hips up high. Stretch the arm. You can stay like this, or you can start to lift that top leg up and come into Padasana. Take that arm down, stretch yourself up through downward facing dog. Coming back forward on the mat, lower down. I'm gonna take the left knee out of the chest, give it a hug. And rock it a little bit from side to side. And stretch that leg up. Point and flex. Draw that knee in and over, plant that foot to the floor. We'll roll ourselves up onto our side. Let that bottom leg reach it away. Lift it up a little higher. So if you find that this is just uncomfortable, you know, on your hip, because there's not enough padding there, just place some padding, lift the leg up even higher, reach it away. Beautiful. We're gonna release that foot back down, roll ourselves up. Side stretch. That the top arm reaching towards that leg makes even more intense. Right shoulder or shoulder that's on the floor, or hand that's on the floor, shoulders in the shoulder girdle. Beautiful. And then hand to the knee, lift the hips up, press that big toe mound down. There you are in Vastasana, or you are in this version of Vastasana, or you can stretch both legs into the position. Beautiful. We'll bring the hand back down, stretch yourself to downward facing dog. Keeping the left hand rooted to the floor, walk your feet a little closer so the heels can come down. Let's take the right hand to the left outside of the leg for a little twist. Beautiful. We're going to release that, bring the hand back down. Shoulder in the girdle as you take the left hand now to the outside of the right leg, twist. Beautiful. Coming back down, we're going to come forward into plank. And then slowly lower all the way to the mat. Bring the toes together, ankles apart, slide the hands into a crocodile, just rest for a second. Build up a little energy for our last gust of wind. So we're going to move into our back now a little bit. So we're going to stretch our legs straight. So now point your toes to the back of the mat. And press the feet into the floor and press the pelvis into the floor. Hopefully that makes your low back feel as if it's lengthening and the pelvis really feel like it's pressing into the mat. Now draw the belly in a little bit more. We're going to lift our head and shoulders up and take the arms back behind us as if we're flying. So notice how badly, if you're anything like me, how badly your abdominals or your belly wants to do the work here. So keep the whole time the belly hugging in as we take the arms overhead. And then we swim them back. So we're just doing right now little snow angels with our arms. I guess reverse snow angels because we're on our bellies. Unless you like doing snow angels with your face in the snow. Getting us ready, I guess, for tomorrow, so they say. Now, if you want to add the legs, you can. Arms lift up, legs widen, arms come back, legs come together. If you can do this, but all of a sudden you're using your belly instead, lose the legs. We'll do another 3. Beautiful, and then hold it up. Turn the palms up. You can place the feet back down again, press the pelvis down, lengthen through the back of the neck. Lift the arms up a little higher. The arms up a little higher. Last little bit, hold up here. Lengthen, heart forward, hands back. Spin the palms to face each other, reach them over your head. And then release back down to the mat and rest. And feel how fast your heart is beating. Use that as a way of just lengthening your breath, making it deeper. And you can start to roll yourself onto your backs now, coming into a regular Shavasana. If you're super comfortable, don't move. It's all good. What I love about back work is how exhausting it is. So it really makes you appreciate your Shavasana. So do so, take full advantage. Can you drop all of the weight in your shoulders? Feel it kind of just the energy of that drop brushing down, kind of rippling through your arms, down through your fingers, and out through your nails. Can you feel the weight of your hips also feeling this wave of energy dropping down right from your hips through your legs, through the soles of your feet? Now with your arms and legs feeling so very heavy, bring your mind's eye here to the breath and just allow the breath to counter that feeling of heaviness with this lightness that comes over the front side of the body, expansiveness that fills you up and releases. Maybe even feel the wave of your breath filling up through your belly, through your lungs, and then the wave as it releases. So I'm going to let you continue to stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish here. Enjoy yourself. If you're joining for meditation, excellent. You can stay in this position if you want. It's totally fine.